Okay, so here's another one of my high school kids. We're working on specific movements, working on that inside pitch. You can see right there we're in a load stride hold position, so basically grounded. A lot of people call it grounded, but we're going to go ahead and scap up here. We're going to be back and loaded up. We're going to be in a good launch position. Bat's in a good position because of these lines. So as we transition through, now you're going to see his hands, his back knee, they're moving together. He's going to work that lead elbow up and in. It's going to start his barrel turn. And again, you have to do that if the ball is going to go inside. And again, because we're working inside here, okay, because we're working in that little bit of corridor inside, we got to work down through the ball, but get deep barrel turn. So I'm not talking about knob to the ball where the barrel never gets started, the barrel lags through the zone. We try, if we push down here, we end up flaring to other way. This ball has to be driven and pulled the other way. I always tell people, again, there's only a sliver of opportunity inside. It's that pitch right there you got to be early on. And because of that, the rest of the play, we're talking almost 3/4 of the rest of your hitting zone, middle away, there's a huge portion of that ball middle away. So why focus on something like inside? Why focus on these pitches here, right? If you can't learn how to hit them. Because if you can't learn how to hit these pitches and you just flare them to right, it doesn't matter. Because you still have anything middle out, and that's a huge hitting zone, middle away. So why not focus on what you can have the most success at, which is middle away. But we have to learn how to hit this thing correctly because I see a lot of coaches teaching this, putting up a tee inside and then trying to get your hands inside the ball and just flaring the ball up the middle or to the right side. And for a lot of people, great. But if you want to hit this ball correctly, and again, with barrel whip, look at that barrel depth. He's on plane right now. As he turns the barrel and gets through, that ball is just driven through. Look at that extension on this. This is just a high school sophomore. And this kid is just unbelievable when he gets his whip. Look at that whip. Look at that connection. Look at that finish. And we're seeing a lot of this. Any guys that are in the World Series right now, the pitchers are having success because they're throwing the slider that's going into righties, and these righties are trying to all swing over the top. And they're missing it by a mile. And unless you're getting that good deep barrel turn to your connection point here, and you're pulling your hands inside, okay? And you started that process of pulling your hands inside, and that lead elbow goes as well. If you don't get that lead elbow in to start that shoulder turn, that barrel is not going to come around, and you're not going to drive the ball and pull the ball. That's just a great job.